Okay, so 8.2 asymptote. I think you meet these asymptotes before. When you're doing chapter 5, you have vertical asymptote for log function, right? Or you have vertical and horizontal asymptote for rational function. Or you have horizontal asymptote for exponential function. Betul? So our asymptote, we having two type of asymptote. The first one is horizontal asymptote. Another one is vertical asymptote. Okay, so now we're going to find all these vertical and horizontal asymptote using the concept of limit. So bukan lagi hafal saja. Bukan lagi hafal asymptote hari itu macam topik 5. So to find your horizontal asymptote ialah secara melintang. Horizontal asymptote macam tu, melintang. So you're going to calculate, you're going to compute limit x to the positive infinity. Nak tengok belah kanan. Function kamu mendekati nilai apa? So kalau function kamu mendekati nilai L1, bermaksud y equals to L1 is horizontal asymptote. So this is limit x approaches infinity of the function. Your answer is L1. Belah kanan. So when your limit x approaches negative infinity for the function, contohnya jawapan is L2. So kita boleh nampak hujung sini pula. So berdekatan dengan nilai apa? So nilai L2 means this line is L2. So when you have L1 means this line is L1. So when you want to do horizontal asymptote, we're going to use limit at infinity, positive infinity and negative infinity. And the result that you get here is your horizontal asymptote. So write your horizontal asymptote in line equation, y equals to something. Y equals to something. Bukan L1 saja. L1 hanya satu nilai, dia bukan satu garis. Okay, so for vertical asymptote, we are going to find limit at a point, one-sided limit. So find out the value of a from your domain, where your function is not defined. Value of a is your function undefined. Cari dulu. Your function undefined at value of a. So your asymptote, vertical asymptote will happen at x equals to a. So you have to figure out when you x approaches a from the right hand side. What's your answer? X approaches a to the left hand side. What's your answer? So normally you will get the answer of positive infinity or negative infinity. Jawapan kamu boleh dapat positif ataupun negative infinity. Okay. So maka kalau kamu dapat jawapan macam ni, bermaksud ini adalah vertical asymptote. So the skill that we learn all in 8.1, we're going to apply here. Alright. So like just now, for this example, for this function, what's your asymptote? When you're doing limit negative infinity of a function, you get your answer, right? So y equals to, here y equals to 1 over 2 is your horizontal asymptote. Okay? Buat catatan. So ada gunanya apa yang kamu kira sebelum ni. So like this, means this is y equals to 0 will be your horizontal asymptote for this function. Y equals to 0 is your horizontal asymptote. And then we can reverse back to the previous one-sided limit. When we're doing one-sided limit before this, this is our one-sided limit, right? Okay, look at this. This is one-sided limit. Approaches 3 from the right-hand side, approaches 3 from the left-hand side, we get the answer of infinity, right? So from here, what can you conclude? Means x equals to 3 is your vertical asymptote. So we're going to apply one-sided limit in finding vertical asymptote. We're going to apply limit at infinity to finding your horizontal asymptote. Okay, so after that, kita nak lukis graph. So, okay, graphing nanti dulu. So, try to calculate this. Find the asymptotes. Carilah semua asymptote yang berkaitan dengan function ini. Okay, so we go for vertical asymptote first. Kalau nak cari vertical asymptote, kita start dengan apa? One-sided limit. One-sided limit at the point. One-sided limit. So you must have that point. You must have that point. What's your point? Your point where your function is undefined. So look at your function. Rational function, it will be undefined at the function will be undefined when your denominator equals to 0. So your function will be undefined at x equals to -1. So to calculate out the vertical asymptote, we're going to do one-sided limit, where we're going to approach this function from the left-hand side and from the right-hand side. Okay, so cari. Kira. Ingat tak macam nak kira one-sided limit ni. Masukkan nilai saja, betul? Masukkan nilai, kamu akan dapat 1/0. 1/0 jawapan dia infinity. So whether positive or negative infinity, you have to test your value. So what's your test value here? You will test -1 from the left hand side. -1 of your left hand side, -1.001. So test your value, -1.001, to figure out this 0 is approaching from the left or right, negative or positive. Negatively. Correct? So negatively. So this will be giving you answer negative infinity. Okay. Then we proceed to limit approaches -1 from the right hand side. You substitute your -1, you get 1/0. Answer is infinity. Test your value. Test your value x, -1 from the right hand side. It will be -0.999. So here will be positively 0. So positive over positive, positive infinity. So we can do a conclusion here. Means x equals to -1 is definitely is your vertical asymptote. Done. Then we proceed, because this question doesn't mention whether vertical asymptote or horizontal asymptote, right? So we proceed after finding vertical asymptote, we're going to find your horizontal asymptote. So how to figure out horizontal asymptote? We're going to apply limit x approaches -infinity for the function and x approaches positive infinity to the function. Do you need to divide with the highest power of x? No, this one, when you substitute infinity, it is 1/infinity, it is 0. This function is not IVF. We can compute the limit straight away. Boleh dapat kira limit dah. So it is 0. So how about limit x approaches positive infinity? Also the same thing, correct? 1/infinity is 0. So this function only have one horizontal asymptote, which is 0, salah. Which is y equals to 0. Y equals to 0 is horizontal asymptote.